Hello and welcome to our Creative Wellness video series.
Welcome to our Warrior Workshop.
My name is Emma, my pronouns are she, her, and I am wearing a white Rord t-shirt with the orange Rord logo and blue leggings with specks of orange and green.
My name is Mike, my pronouns are he, him, and I am wearing the black Rord t-shirt with the orange logo on the side here. I am wearing black Adidas or Adidas if you fancy, tracksuit bottoms with black socks. And I'm also wearing a nice pair of glasses.
Things to check to prepare your space for today's videos.
Have you got your comfortable clothes on? Have you got enough space around you? Have you got a chair if you need one? Have you got a drink of water close by? Have you got someone close by in case you need support?
Remember, you can press pause at any time by clicking this button. And you can rewind at any time using the toggle function like this.
If you need any more support on how to use the videos, then watch the how-to video first.
Let's get started. This is Warrior 1.
This includes standing, seated and kneeling versions.
If you want to try Warrior 1 and you either don't want to or you can't move your legs, you can do it like this. So starting from mountain, we're going to reach our arms up overhead on an inhale, stretching up tall, looking to the sky, breathing deeply. Exhale to bring the hands back down by the sides into mountain. So beginning in mountain, opening the shoulders and the chest, and then you're going to open out the right hip to turn to the side and bring the left knee in, and then slide that left leg back. So you're in a nice seated lunge supported by your chair. Inhale, arms up overhead. Breathing here, reaching up. Exhale, hands come back down onto your hips. Using the chair for balance if you need to, swiveling the knees back round to the front to come back into seated mountain. Coming now to seated warrior on the left side, starting in mountain. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to open that left hip out and then swivel the right hip and knee in to face the side, and then dragging that right foot back to come into that lunge. Inhale, one or both of your arms up overhead. Breathing deeply here, just reaching up to the sky, nice and tall. Exhale, hands back to the hips and bring that back knee in and pivot back to the front into seated mountain. So Warrior 1, kneeling. We're going to start by kneeling up into our kneeling mountain pose. You can hold onto a chair for balance, then stepping your right foot forward, getting nice and balanced, bringing your other hand onto your hip and then just bending into that front knee. And then inhale to reach the arms up overhead, look up to the sky if that feels okay on your neck. Breathing here. Exhale to bring the hands back down onto your hips in your chair and then stepping the leg back and coming to kneel back on your feet. Now coming to do this on the opposite side. If you're using the chair for balance, you might need to turn around here. So beginning by kneeling up into our kneeling mountain, hands on hips for balance, and then stepping forward with the left leg. Get the foot nice and grounded. Deepen the bend into that right knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. Breathing here. Exhale to bring the hands back to the hips and step that left knee to meet the right and dropping the hips to sit back on the heels. Starting again from mountain. Standing tall and strong. Inhale and exhale. Shifting the weight this time into your left leg. Bringing your hands to hips for balance and your right leg steps back. Big step. Dropping that right heel down. Toes pointing out on a 45-degree angle. Bending into the front knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. And breathing here, looking up to the sky. Your next exhale, you're going to bring your hands back down onto your hips for balance and then stepping forward back into mountain. I'm going to change positions so you can see me doing this on the opposite side, but you can stay where you are. Starting again from mountain, standing tall and strong. Inhale and exhale. Shifting the weight this time into your right leg. Bringing your hands to hips for balance and your left leg steps back. Big step. Dropping that left heel down. Toes pointing out on a 45-degree angle. Bending into the front knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. And breathing here, looking up to the sky. Your next exhale, you're going to bring your hands back down onto your hips for balance and then stepping forward back into mountain.
Now we're going to learn Warrior 2, including standing, seated and kneeling versions.
Starting in mountain pose, soles of the feet connected to the floor. Weight shifted forward, shoulders nice and open. Then opening your right hip out to the side, placing your foot at the side of the chair, turning the left leg in, and then sliding your left toes all the way back into the lunge, dropping the left heel down towards your chair. Then opening your arms out into a T shape, reaching forwards and back to make sure you've got a nice central position. When you have, then taking your gaze over your front fingertips. Crown of the head to the sky, reaching out in all directions. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the hands back to the hips. You're going to come back to the toes of the left foot. Bring that left knee in and then bring that right knee and right hip back to the front into mountain pose. Warrior 2 on the other side. So starting from mountain as before, we're going to shift our left hip out to the side, taking our left foot to the side of our chair, sliding the right foot back onto the toes, dropping the right heel down to the inside, so towards your chair. And then turning the torso to the front of the room again and bringing your arms out to shoulder height in a T shape. Reaching forwards and backwards again, finding your central position and then turning your gaze over your front fingertips. So that's the arm over the bent leg. Nice and tall, stretching in all directions. Inhale, exhale, hands back to the hips. Turn the left toes, bring the left knee in and then bring the right knee in, back into mountain.
Now that we've learned Warrior 1 and Warrior 2, we want you to try and come up with your own warrior pose. Now we're going to add an affirmation to our warrior pose.
I am here. I am grounded. I am strong.
Thank you for joining us for our Creative Wellness video series.
Join us next time for the next video.
And remember to subscribe and share.